Welcome back to the Print 3D channel. Today is January 11th, 2017, and that means day 11 of the 3DP 365 project. And on today's episode, I'm going to show you how I printed out the LulzBot Rocktopus, so stick around. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me here for day 11 of the 3DP 365 project. If you're unfamiliar with the project, check out the description below. I put a little fact section down at the bottom that'll give you all the details. But for today's episode, we're going to check out the LulzBot Rocktopus. And I printed this using MatterHackers PRO PLA in the color of light blue on my gMax 1.5 XT+. This year at CES, while browsing around some of the 3D printing exhibits, I came across the LulzBot people, and I had not seen any of their printers in action before. And I did remember seeing on Thingiverse that a lot of people had printed out their Rocktopus, which is a very popular model, and some people have even modified it. But I like the original Rocktopus. So let's head over to the LulzBot website, and I'll show you where you can download this model. Then we'll tab over to Simplify 3D, and I'll show you my settings for this print. Then we'll fire up some of that time-lapse footage, and I'll meet you guys back here at the workbench. Alright, so here is the LulzBot.com homepage, and this is where we're going to download the Rocktopus model. And how you do it is you go over to Support and click on Downloads. And then you scroll down a little bit, and under the mini, here is the Rocktopus.stl 3D model. And I'll put a direct link down in the description so you don't have to mess around and you can just download this yourself. But we've already downloaded it and we've already printed it. Let's head over to Simplify 3D and I'll show you my settings. Okay, so here we are in Simplify 3D, and I've dropped the Rocktopus model down on the print bed at 100%, and we're going to print them just like this. So let's check out my process settings. Under layer height, we did a 0.16 millimeter layer height with 5 top solid layers and 3 bottom solid layers and 3 perimeters. We also used a brim by entering 0 in the skirt offset, and we did 4 outlines. For infill, I used 15% for this model. It does not need any support material. For temperature, this is MatterHackers PRO PLA, and 205 seems to be the optimum temperature. For cooling, we have our 2-stage cooling. For the first 2 layers, the fan will be off completely, and then on the 3rd layer, it'll kick up to 75%. And for speed, we did 35 millimeters per second. So let's click OK and hit Prepare to Print, and I'll show you how it slices. And it's a very quick slice, and there it is. And as you can see, that brim is going to hold down all those tentacles. And this is a pretty tough print, so this is a very good test print for new filaments or just if you get a new printer. So let's play this out. As you can see, the legs finish, we have the Rockstar arm, and we have the head. Alright, so there it is. There is the Rocktopus. Well, I'll fire up some of that time-lapse footage, and I'll meet you guys back over at the workbench. Alright, so we're back here at the workbench after that little bit of time-lapse footage, and here is the Rocktopus. And I'll put some close-ups in at the end like I always do, but this guy turned out awesome. I am really happy with this print. I do have a lot of work to do on this brim to trim it off, but once it's done, this guy will be a very cool addition to all my 3D printed models. And I really have to hand it to those guys over at LulzBot. I really love the Rocktopus look, guys. Way to go. And this is a really cool model to test your printers with because it's got all his little tentacles, and then it's got his cool little Rockstar hand to print. And all in all, I think it turned out pretty great, and I'm pretty happy with this. Well, that about wraps it up for day 11 of the 3DP 365 project. I hope you found this episode interesting. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share those videos, and join me again tomorrow on the next episode of the 3DP 365 project. This guy's really cool. He's definitely getting gMax sized.